Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, good morning. Welcome to the lectures on machine learning and image processing. Machine learning for image processing. So, I will be sharing the slides now. Okay, and then we will continue the discussion that we had in the last class. Hope you are able to see the slides.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, what did we discuss very briefly in the last class? Can one or two points be made by you quickly to move on? Those whoever are ready, please tell. Okay, so we will not. So from now on, if I ask a question, if you give me an answer in a couple of seconds, I will stay. Okay, otherwise I will move on. Yeah, what did we discuss in the last class? So we said the course contains the objectives, main objectives of the course are to bring in the basic foundation on machine learning. So I will be starting this course with a mathematical background that is required to understand the different machine learning concepts. Okay. Subsequently, I will be discussing some basic image processing aspects to understand how to read image and how to understand images and so on. Okay, and I will then discuss some of the machine learning methods or pattern recognition methods that are widely known before this deep learning era. And then gradually move on to the discussion on neural networks and convolution neural networks and a couple of introduction to the other recent methods of machine learning or deep learning. Okay. There will be assignments all through. Also, based on the fastness that you submit and complete, we will see to what extent we can go ahead in the course. So as I discussed in the last class, see what, before we move on to the machine learning, say somebody has mentioned that the learning ability of humans is remarkable and that we want to impart to the machines in machine learning. Fine. Can you give some examples for the learning ability of humans? So where we very like even simply learn the things and do, and which is not easy for the machines. So can some of you throw a couple of examples?
Driving a vehicle, sir.
Right, very good. Driving a vehicle. During that process, many things are happening. What are happening while driving a vehicle?
We have to keep track of where the road is, which vehicles are coming towards us, and what the sign of the traffic sign is.
Right. So how much is the distance? Like in which direction, say there is a continuous observation of the road and accordingly modification of our actions and so on. Okay. So there is a lot of learning happening there. Okay. Already with us. Right. Any other simpler examples? That is a little advanced example, we should say, because machines now can do, but with very lot of other things are being in place. So any other simpler examples?
Learning a language.
Yeah, understanding a language. Correct. Yeah. So understanding a language. So for example, if somebody even reading a language, so if I write something with handwritten handwritten text, so whatever the languages I know, I can easily read. Whereas to machines to recognize, it depends upon many other things, right? So any other example?
Face detection.
Face detection. Okay. So even if I give a picture, in that where the face is, if I want to detect, a person want to detect, we can easily detect where the face is. But for a computer, see, it's all pixels, just a set of numbers. So given these numbers, where this kind of face looks like, okay, matrix is there, or a looks like set of numbers are there. It's not easy to define. Any other examples? Any other examples?
Sir, from the tone, sir, if someone is talking, we can understand the tone of the like what is saying, but machine can.
Correct. See, whatever somebody is talking, we can understand the language, we can understand the tone, we can also understand the emotions, we can also understand the text, like what he is speaking. Machine, whereas to impart this ability to the machine, it's not at all very easy. Good. That's another example. Any other examples?
Text summarization.
Like sense of threat.
Yeah. So if we have a para or if we have written something, if you want to summarize it, okay. So again, the human ability there is remarkable, whereas the machines to impart, you need again a structured way of doing it. It's not easy. So in these examples you have posed, some of them are based on say image processing, or where the data is in the format of images, whereas some of the data is not in the format of images. Okay, for example, speech or even summarization, etc. They are not in the form of images explicitly. But in the other examples like face detection or identifying who are in the image, etc., they're all image processing examples. Okay, so that distinction you yourself make. So few other examples are, see, even with the smell, we can understand what kind of what the fruit is, etc. So we can, by touch, we can understand what the object is to some extent. So the ability that is imparted through each of the senses to the humans is remarkable, and the learning of any of these things to the machine it was almost an impossible task till the like advancement of this deep learning. However, with the current state of the art, at least some of the tasks, even though we may not be able to do to the human expertise, we are able to do to a reasonable level. Professor Fifi Lee, in her talk, I think TED Talk, she says in 2010, I hope. So the advancement of now current AI is close to 3 years child. So probably now a little grown, but I think still there is far to achieve many of the general abilities that humans have to replicate in the machines. So we have also discussed on what an image is. When a camera takes an image, as I have discussed, it takes it looks a field of view. In the field of view, it looks at each of the sensor element will look a region, okay, the area. That area, it will reflectance in that area, it averages and puts it as a element or a number based on the bit length of the sensor. Okay, so if it is 8-bit sensor, you may have the image intensities ranging from 0 to 255. If the sensor element or the pixel element has the 10 bits, you may have 1024, 0 to 1023, and so on. Okay, and however, based on the number of sensor elements you have, okay, the image resolution varies, and that's what we capture in the computer. So essentially, an image in a computer is a matrix. Okay, so whatever we want to do, impart and do, we have to do everything in the language of the computer. Okay, so we should understand that there is a big gap between what we see and what computer sees. That's where is the problem now. Okay, so to make it learn, or to make it understand, or to make it perform. Okay, so a simple example to understand how complicated or how difficult it is to do a particular task by a computer. What I will do now is I will review a couple of things, okay, that are in some sense to highlight the importance of this machine learning or image processing. Okay, given to make the things happen or to accomplish some of the kind of applications we are discussing. And then I will detail on few other applications that are currently in place that are done by image through machine learning and image processing. Okay, in between I will discuss on the grading criteria, and how the course goes and so on. Okay, that means the course content and other things. So feel free to stop me at any point of time. I will keep going. So here you can see what's the problem here. Can one of you tell what may be the problem that I'm about to ask? So why did I flash this slide? This is from the work of David Lowy. Hello? Hello, hope you people are around, right? Hello?